Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another episode of Decidedly Vanilla Season 5. It is episode 41, and if everything looks a little bit different, that's because everything is a little bit different. We are now using the version 3 textures for the Java edition of Minecraft. These are like the new textures for the entire game, and we've been using version 2 for a very long time. Finally ate the bullet and switched over to version 3. Everything looks a little bit different. Some things look really terrible, like, I don't even want to know what that is. I'm at a loss for words for what that is. This is horrific as well. There's a few terrible things, but overall, everything is pretty nice. Anyway, wanted to get that out of the way at the beginning of this episode. So before we really jump into things, because we have a lot of different stuff to do in this episode, I want to quickly talk to you guys about some changes to the upload schedule that's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. And this has to do with a new series that's going to be releasing on the channel with me and a whole bunch of other people as well. You guys will see a proper announcement for that series in a couple of days. Gotta give you something to look forward to, right? Can't spill all the beans at one time. But yeah, that series is not going to be replacing Decidedly Vanilla. I have a lot of stuff to do on the server and a lot of stuff I really want to do. So it's just going to be an additional little series on the channel. So you guys will see that soon on the channel, and it'll be a good thing. And hopefully you guys all enjoy that. It's something that everyone has requested for a very long time. So hopefully, you guys all like that series. Anyway, moving on from that, the first little project that we need to do in this episode is actually go around all of our old projects and just kind of like clean up all the items that we have, because we have a lot of different items just laying around the world. And you probably noticed the entire floor of shulker boxes just like sitting in here. So pretty much all of these are like completely full of items. I've been picking through them every now and again, but there are tens of thousands of items here, and we probably have like twice as much as this still laying around the world. So I kind of want to go around and collect everything from all the different projects that we've done, and just collect that all and then sort everything all at one time. I feel like that's going to be the best way to do everything. So what we need to do first is basically make like a ton of shulker boxes. So I have not enough chests. Let's make just like a stack of chests real quick. So logs, boop, planks, boop, more planks. And is that gonna make a stack of chests? It will, perfect. And then we can make a ton of shulker boxes as well. That's too much for my inventory. But this is pretty much what we're gonna need to actually get all of those items from everywhere around the world. I seriously have so much random junk. I've been fairly good at cleaning up after myself, but you know how this game is. You just get too many items, then you put down a random chest, and then that random chest stays there for like 12 months, and it's just a shame. So let's crack on and start moving around the world and actually collect all these items, shall we? Our first two chests are actually right here in the base, and this has been here since I started excavating this second floor. Basically just a bunch of stone, but yeah, still need to clean all this up because it looks super janky. Our next offender is also on the secondary floor, and this has just basically a ton of glass and stuff in it from all the villager tradings. This isn't technically like a junk chest, it's just something that I throw items in from trading. And as you can see, I've done a lot of trading with librarians. I've gone through hundreds and hundreds of librarians, and this is just from like buying out their first little glass trade. So you can see that glass really adds up over time. Like that's a full shulker box of glass, and also like a ton of bookshelves as well. Okay, this next one is really gonna make a lot of you guys happy, and this has to do with actually the very, very, very bottom of our base, and somewhere that I don't think I've even showed on YouTube. But this has to do with our lower mines. We basically cleared out a massive area underneath the base, just doing some random mining. None of this is actually any use, but as you can see, we have like 4 or 5 double chests down here. Actually, none of these are as full as I thought they were. Yay! But yeah, I need to clear all these out, and actually, while I'm down here, I'm also going to do a little bit of fan service for you guys. I've been yelled at countless times to center this beacon, so I'm finally going to do it. I'm finally going to center the temporary beacon. Oh wow, the version 3 Obsidian looks very interesting. I'm not sure if I really like it per se, but it's an interesting texture. At this point, we've only gone around the base and we already have 7 more shulker boxes full of junk. We're gonna end up with like 20 or so shulker boxes by the end of this experience. But since I moved the beacon to the center of the room now, I kind of want to do something else, and that is quickly scan this upper layer and just this quick like base area for a spawnable spot, because I was recently killed by a zombie while AFK, which I'm not very happy about. I thought this base was safe and secure, so I basically just need to go over every single block and all of the hallways and all the stairs and everything, looking for a light level 7. And here's a light level 7. Interesting, don't we have like a light source? Right here we do. Okay, well, I guess we need like a light emitting block right there, so I'll figure out permanent lighting later, but I need to scan this entire room, I need to scan all these hallways, and these staircases as well, looking for a light level 7. Well, apparently there's another spawnable spot right here. Dang you, zombie pigmen, what are you doing? This is not a family reunion, okay? Go away. Well, I wasn't able to find a single spawnable spot besides that one that I already showed you. And that's really quite strange, because every time I build one of these rooms, I always scan them for non-spawnable spaces. And I'm really just curious where that one spawning spot is, because it killed me, dang it. We're now officially up to 20 or so deaths on the server, which isn't too terribly bad. I think that's pretty okay for 41 episodes. So moving on to the tree farm, there's actually a fair few resources over here that I'd like to take with us. For instance, we have just like a full shulker box of logs. That would be really nice to have. We also have like literally a full shulker box full of spruce saplings. That's really nice to have as well. So I'll go through and kind of pick through and grab some of those guys. And wow, that is quite a lot of experience. I like it. It can stay there. But back behind here where we had all of our secret stuff, from when this was just a skeleton spawner. Hello, doggos. These guys are looking really weird. Anyway, there's still a whole bunch of stuff back here as well. Might as well grab the enchantment table. We have a whole bunch of arrows in here. Might as well grab them. It's the episode to grab everything. And then back here by all of our redstone and all of the actual inner workings of the tree farm, we have 4 double chests and also a beacon. Don't think I need that over here anymore, but basically just a ton of junk. This isn't really nice. I can see my hand, but like none of the rest of the nether's loading. Huh, I'm looking around. Oh god, okay. It's really weird to see my hand. Can I refresh the chunks? Oh, okay, weird. Well, back into the game now. Strange. Got kicked and it couldn't resolve the host name, but appears to be totally fine now. Weird. Since we're in the nether, we should also check out the gold farm and collect all of the items that we have here. And my oh my, do we have a lot of items. I was AFK here for quite a while, getting back to 200 and some levels. So of course we have all the gold, but we also have literally all the feathers and like more of my family's faces than I can ever hope to like come to terms with. That's too many. This is too many. It's just far too many of these things. Anyway, I have a lot of sorting and a lot of crafting to do. There's also some stuff left over at the Wither Skeleton farm as well. Pretty much just materials from the construction of this thing. I think BJW tore down like a whole bunch of the bridges and stuff, so there's a ton of nether brick. Or maybe I already grabbed the nether brick. Either way, there's a whole bunch of bulk materials here, and I'm just gonna take all of this back to the base. Oh wow, there's totally like a wither skeleton skull on this chest. That's pretty nice. That's probably left over from the last time that I was here, and since I'm actually here at the farm, I might as well just go ahead and kill a couple of these guys, you know? So that is most of the items from all around the world. However, we still have a few boxes over here at our slime farm project. And this is actually just from all of the tree trimming that we've been doing in preparation for our perimeter work. So as you can see down here, we have a whole bunch of shulker boxes. We've got one full of logs, another one full of logs. We'll take all these, another one full of logs, and one with just like all tons of ores and a notch apple even. Very fine. We even got this stuff in here, a stack of shulker shells. So yeah, we've just been doing a ton of tree chopping on live streams, preparing this area to be completely spawn proof, but that is not the project for right now. We will get back to the slime farm in a little bit. The last thing that we need to do is get materials from 5,000 blocks away in the nether, and this is of course linked up to our witch farm, our double witch farm that we worked on many hours with the Pigglesworth. Anyway, so what do we need to do here? We need to basically grab all of the resources. So I've emptied out a few of these chests, mainly for the redstone, but we need to empty out all of the gunpowder. I want to empty out all of the glowstone. Might as well take the sugar, the spider eyes, the bottles, the sticks as well. And how much ink do we have? Not that much. I already took all the ink, I think. But yeah, we basically want to grab every single thing that is here. And also, I did go ahead and add a couple mobs to here, so if you listen, you can hear that there is a witch and also an endermite hidden underneath the floor here. So it sounds like we're actually in a witch's hair, and there's also like endermites as the lice. It's really like a gross detail, but I love it. So this is all of the random junk that we just got from around the base and from around all of our random projects as well. And as you can see, there is just shulker box upon shulker box of random junk, and it's kind of a lot of materials. I seriously have no idea how I'm gonna sort through all of this in one day, like even a full day, 24 hours. It would take too long. And unsurprising to no one is that I was not able to grab all of the stuff from the witch farm. I had not nearly enough shulker boxes, but we got all of this stuff right here. And then we also have all of these redstone blocks and stuff that I gathered before, and also a whole bunch of ink that I had grabbed previously. And also we have a few more diamonds from our shops, which is lovely. So we can go ahead and put those into our profits chest, which is very fine. Break those down real quick. And yeah, we have quite a few diamonds. Alrighty, so it is actually 70 shulker boxes full of materials. Literally every single one of these is completely full of materials. Like, it is kind of ridiculous. There's probably like maybe 20, maybe 30 slots that are empty in between all of these. Ridiculous. So in addition to like grabbing all of the stuff from all of my projects, I also went ahead and grabbed like a few small chests that has been laying around for ages and ages. You know, the kind of stuff that you put it down, you just completely forget about it. And it's the kind of junk like this where it's just like, you know, it's been sitting there for ages. No one really wants it. I'm trying to find the one chest. It is, yeah, like stuff like this, you know, no one really wants this. It's just like sitting around. So I just picked that up as well. If anyone is missing materials, hit me up and you can literally just go through my storage system and pick out whatever you want. I'm not going to be in need for materials for a while. So I think I am going to actually go ahead and put off sorting this because this is a much bigger task than I thought it was going to be. I mean, 70 shulker boxes is not a small task. So we're actually going to go ahead and gather a few random items from these boxes and just head over to the slime farm and actually set that up because I do want to get that done this episode. That is like my main goal. This was kind of a side project and this is taking up far too much time already. And here we are back at the slime farm. You guys have already seen a little bit of this in this episode and also mostly in the previous Q&A episode. But basically what we have here is not your standard slime farm setup. We have a single chunk right here dug all the way down to bedrock, as you can see. But we also have markers for 8 other slime chunks. That's right, we have 9 slime chunks in a row, which is really awesome. So it starts over here, and if we go ahead and turn on our chunk borders, you can count them. We got 1 slime chunk there, 2, and then 3, our 4th one, our 5th one, this 6th one, the 7th one is off to the side right here, and then 8 and 9 are in line with the other like 7, looking pretty awesome. So the idea and the plan for this area is kind of a 3-step project. Step 1 is to dig out the hole, we got that done. Step 2 is to build up the first slime farm, which we are about to do. And then step 3 is to actually use all the slime from that build and build up a massive quarry to dig out the rest of this for us. Now, basically what a quarry is a series of TNT duplication machines that are basically going to bomb this entire area and also get rid of all the liquids for us. So all we really need to do is build the machine and it's just gonna keep running until it hits bedrock. Now, we're not going to let it run all the way down to bedrock level because we actually want to save the final 16 levels down at the bottom of the world so we can mine all of them out and of course get all of the valuable ores such as the diamonds, the redstone, etc, etc. So that is kind of the plan. Hopefully all of this goes you know, smoothly. It's going to definitely take a very long time, and depending on how the quarry goes, we might end up making a very big hole. My current plan is to have this be about 3 chunks by 9 chunks, but we might go much bigger. I have no idea. I'm not really going to follow a tutorial for this because I've actually already built a quad slime farm quite a while ago in Silent Survival, so I pretty much know what I'm doing, but I'm also going to modify this farm just a little bit to be a little bit different. So kind of the main design that I'm going off of is the Il Mango one, kind of like the standard slime farm for Java at the moment, and it rightly so, it's a pretty good farm. However, there have been some slight spawning algorithm changes in 1.13, so I'm going to try and take advantage of those and maybe just build a couple of layers to this thing and just try and wing it basically. You can't really build a slime farm wrong unless you build it in like the wrong area, but yeah, we're going to see how this goes. I think I'll time-lapse a little bit of this. At the very least, I'm going to be recording all this with the camera account, so you guys will see a time-lapse later on in this episode. So I just went ahead and threw together a quick and dirty little slime farm, and it's actually already working without any golems in it. That's awesome. So as you can see, we got a big slime down here. I want to kill this guy. Maybe I can get a slime head. Those things are like super rare, and they only drop from player kills. But anyway, I basically threw this thing together in 20 minutes. I don't want this thing to be super pretty or beautiful or anything because I'm anticipating it maybe slightly getting blown up by our quarry. So it's pretty much as basic and as simple as it can be. But what I need to do now is actually go ahead and install the iron golems that are going to be going on the edges over here. Basically what those guys do is they attract the slimes because slimes want to kill the golems. So all the slimes run towards the golems and basically just start dying on these magma blocks here. And that is pretty much all there is to it. So I need to dig out a little extra area, and of course, there's gonna be lava right behind that. Cool, that's gonna make everything take way longer. I probably should have checked for that first. Anyway, yeah, let me get some more work done on this, and we should have more or less a fully functional slime farm. So we got our iron golem guys in place now. There are 2 on either side, and basically how this works again is that the slimes basically need to be able to see that red line, which is the golem's line of sight. As long as the slime is within like 16 or so blocks of that, they'll run towards them, trying to attack them, and then they'll just get killed by these magma blocks here, which is really lovely. And we have this little step up here for the baby slimes, of course, because, you know, they're small, they need a little bit of help. And that is pretty much it. We just have the 2 spawning floors, and then we need to hook up some sort of item collection for underneath the minecarts, or underneath the magma blocks. We're gonna have some minecart hoppers running back and forth. And I think the simplest and easy way of doing this is probably gonna have the most basic unloader ever, actually. You know what, looking at this, I need to go up by another block. Never mind, let me get something built. Redstone on camera is not my forte. And there we go, finally got something to work, just as a very simple minecart unloader going into a hopper line. So if we go ahead and throw a whole bunch of items on our magma blocks here, you will see that they all get unloaded into these like hoppers down here, which is very fine. Took a little bit of trial and error with the, what's up with these items? They're all glitchy. Took a little bit of trial and error because before I had the hoppers directly underneath these ones, and that actually sucked the items out of here too fast to stop the minecarts. But having these go to the sides into a dropper and then down into hoppers works perfectly fine. So I basically just need to build this up on the other side as well, and then we'll have pretty basic item collection in place. Well, the entire slime farm is now in place. I even put in a little bit of just temporary storage as well, and it's looking pretty all right. Again, I'm thinking that this is probably gonna get entirely bombed once we run the quarry, and it's really just a temporary farm in order to get like maybe 20, maybe 30 stacks of slime balls or so. So pretty much what I need to do is just do a bunch of caving around this area, especially on these edges. I've had many swarms of zombies come after me from these little caves on the edges. And I also just need to find a little nice AFK spot and just, you know, sit here for many hours until we get enough slime balls to actually build up that quarry. So this is going to be kind of a long burn project until we get enough slime, and it's really going to take a very large amount of slime. So hopefully we get that reasonably quickly. If we don't, we can always come back through here and, you know, upgrade this farm, maybe put a couple extra layers on it. I feel like 2 layers will definitely suffice. And there we go, sweet. I just flew up in the sky a little bit and we got ourselves a big slime. Nice, fantastic. That's like our first slime in the farm. Looking very fine indeed. So I'm gonna put my AFK spot probably about 100 or so blocks in the air. That way there's not many things loaded in these caves. Now, because I like doing time lapses and you guys like time lapses as well, we're quickly going to do a little time lapse of me digging out this hole and also, building up the slime farm as well. Mostly because you guys requested that I actually speed up the footage from the Q&A episode into a proper time lapse, so enjoy that. So that is going to do it for this episode of Decidedly Vanilla Season 5. Thank you all very much for watching, and be sure to let me know your thoughts and feedback on all the projects in today's episode. What do you think of the slime farm project, the non-tuple slime farm? That is kind of crazy. And what do you think about these 70 shulker boxes that I'm going to have to spend like 8 hours sorting through? I think that's crazy as well. If you guys did enjoy this episode and want to see more like them, then please do leave a like on the video, leave your comments down below, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. But I'll see you all down in that comment section and in the next video. Thank you again for watching, and then there was silence.